Bradford City have today released a new badge for the upcoming seasons. It'll take place next season, and it is the 8th badge that we've had in our history, and it's going to kick off the 120th anniversary of the club. And to say it's going to be the 120th anniversary of the club, I don't think they've really done anything to make it a bit special, you know, to show that, you know, this is our club, and doing something special for it. I think it's very simplistic, and did we need to get rid of the other one? Let me know your thoughts on the other badge that we had before we replaced it with this crap. But yeah, I really don't like it. The cockerel, the chicken, is way too big. The feet are bigger than the head, and it takes over the badge. And the shape's alright. I'm glad they kept the shape. Personally, I like the bantams on the bottom of it, but a lot didn't. A lot voted against that, so you know I can see why they got rid of that. You know, the star, you know, it looks a bit out of it there. You know, the chicken was above the badge before, and it looked a lot better there. And then, you know, the BC, we've got a big cock on our badge, and that's what it says, big cock. So, you know, I don't like it, and, you know, some do, some don't, but the majority really don't like it. Some saying it looks cheap and tacky, but these are few who do say that that they do like it. One said it looks like an ostrich. The original's so much better. Awful. It's not impressed. Too simplistic. But there's going to be a survey tonight at 5 o'clock, and it's running till Wednesday midnight, I think. So, you know, if you don't like it, vote for whatever they're going to put on there. But I think what City should put on there is, do you keep the badge that we've got this season and we've had for the last 31 years? Do you keep that and keep moving on with it, with all the history we've had with it, going up to the Premier League with it, going back down to League 2 with it, nearly administration, then rising back up with the cup runs we've had, all the great history we've had with that badge? Do we keep it and create more history with it, or do we keep this badge? You know, I think the minute they start making more badges, it gets a bit messy, because, you know, they keep doing U-turns, and like many people this week, you know, keep changing it all the time, and do you like this one? And then it gets a bit desperate. Well, do you like this one? You know, it gets a bit too complicated then. I think just do a survey tonight. Do you want to keep the old badge that we've had for the last 31 years, or do you want to keep the one that we've created? Now, I think 5,000 people took the survey, and when you look at that, why were they only around 5,000 people who took it? You know, I think maybe, I think one thing that we have done recently, under Ryan Sparks as CEO, and under Stephen Rupp recently as well, we've reached to the fans a lot better, we've communicated with the fans a lot better, and, you know, the fans are making a lot of decisions, but obviously the fans can't decide how the kit's made and how the badge is properly made, but they can have a say in it, and I think that's what they've done the best to try and do. But it's just awful. So, you know, they've done well on that aspect of reaching out to the fans, but one thing that they could look at is, why was there only 5,000 people who took the survey? You know, just guessing, but a lot of older end of the fan base won't have known about the survey because it's social media. So then, you know, do you make it more announceable on a match day, you know, or do it inside a match day? I think maybe that's something they could look at, on, you know, trying to reach out to more fans about the survey, because it said only around 5,000 people took it. But they said they want to try they want to modernise the badge, but I think the badge we had were quite modern, you know, compared to some that are out. And I think a lot of modern badges look awful and a bit crap. But this one with the boar, well, that one needed modernising. There's no around it. There's the boar's head and that, but it's simplistic and it's okay. But I can understand why we modernised it back in 1991 to what we had what we have got this season. And I much prefer this one this season. It's got everything you need in a badge. It's a Bradford City badge. You've got the clown and amber stripes. You've got the chicken, the bantam. You've got the bantams on the bottom, which I like, and then you've got the star for the FA Cup win. So you've got everything on it. And you know, why get rid of your car if it's not broken? Why fix something that don't need fixing? I don't think it needed fixing, and it'd be interesting to see if a lot of fans did think that. So if you think that the badge didn't need fixing, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of the new one, and let me know. The big question is, do you keep this badge or do you go back to the old one? I don't want to see faffing around with new badges and keep offering badges up, and then someone's not happy about it, and then they get rid of another, then they go to another, and it's just too complicated and faffing around. But you know, let me know if you do like it, because there will be a survey tonight. But you know, I like the badge we've got, and I really don't think it needed changing. But would this be the worst badge we've ever had? Possibly. You know, when you look back at the old badges, they are dated, but it's very simplistic, and the BC could also stand for being creative, and that's something that the people who made it weren't. They weren't being creative making that, because there is nothing to it. There's just a big chicken with BC and an AFC, which I quite like. That it is a bit smaller, but you can't actually see it, it's that small. And the chicken way overtakes it. But they said with that they want the chicken to be feared and a bit aggressive. But let's be honest, no one's going to get scared by a chicken, unless a 5-year-old's just watched Chicken One and they're getting scared that chickens are going to get baked or whatever. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on it in the comments down below, and let me know if you like it, and let me know if you don't like it, and let me know what you'd change it to. And to be fair, if we do vote to keep it, whatever the survey is, we probably will. It probably won't, but there's a good chance that it will grow on us. And there's a few who like it, but it certainly won't be growing on me. And it will. Another big thing is it will make all the shirts look crap now. It's awful. I mean, if you put it there and it looks crap, but then when you put it on a shirt, it'll look even worse. It's just crap. Be crap. That's what it also stands for. But it's awful. And I really don't like it. And another thing is that the chicken, you know, they're saying they want it to be fearless, like I've already mentioned, but it looks like it belongs off Family Guy when that big guy, the dad, whatever he is, when he gets attacked by that chicken. That's what that chicken belongs off, not on a Bradford City football shirt. It belongs on a cartoon sort of thing. It looks like it wants to attack that Family Guy person. It doesn't belong on a Bradford City shirt, that, but it's too big, overpowering. Maybe that's what they want, but it's not what I want, and it's not what a lot of City fans want. And like I said, you know, the survey, like I keep saying, has to be keep this one or go back to the old one that we've got this year and keep creating new history with it, instead of creating history with that, which will only be bad history. And you know, one thing I do worry about is as it goes on later into the day and the next few days, it might reach publicity, and that BC with a big cock in it might actually be stood for big cock. Have a good one.